So what if I told you that the Russians clearly do not have enough helicopters as it is? I mean, they have one of the best premium helicopters in the game. They have one of the most well-performing helicopters for the tech tree, and I'm talking about the Ka-50 and the 52. So what if we take an existing platform that was nerfed to all hell and back? And I don't mean it being a nerf in the term that War Thunder did it because they felt it was needed for balance, but instead they did it for more historical reasons, but use it as a way to introduce a new helicopter, and that's exactly what we have today with the MI-28NM. Now, normally, I don't really follow the rumors too much. Yeah, there's some development blogs or some minings going on, etc. for the dev blogs and updates, etc. And people pull the models and they get to show some of the new upcoming stuff, but usually that's just some SDK stuff where it's just they use it for internal development stuff, more or less. I guess like the Charlie 2 Black Knight, they're the MiG-29s in the files, etc., etc. But that's for either way later down the line or used for whatever reason during their presentations over in Russia, etc., etc., right? And I thought this was going to be one of them, the MI-28NM. Now, this is basically a modernized version of the MI-28 and that we have in the game. Is it the M or the N? I just woke up a little over an hour ago. No, it is the N. Okay, cool. So basically, recently, Gaijin moved it down from 11.0 to 10.7. They took away the Attacker 2 or the Attacker... Was it the Attacker 2s? I believe they were. So basically, they took away their 8-kilometer missiles, gave them the predecessor ones, which are pretty much on par with the ones the Mi-35 has, etc., for the most part. 6-kilometer range, right? It's not terrible. It's not great. You're going to be well within SPAA range, etc., But most helicopters don't really engage you at that distance anyway. But now we have the Mi-28, again, NM, which just basically adds on to the existing helicopter by giving it a couple crucial features. One, this is the helicopter with, I guess, a full 360-degree radar sweep, much like the Mi-28, or excuse me, the AH-64s, D, and it also has the Chrysanthemum missiles. That is right. Check this out. Now, this is just the basic package right here. So, if you're someone who's already familiar with the Chrysanthemum and its missile platform, guess what? They're right here now in here. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not something that we haven't seen before. This does have, yes, 1,200 millimeters of base chemical penetration, which can pretty much go through even the turret face of the Leopard 2A6 in certain areas. Now, imagine you put that on a helicopter, but it still has the same firing range of 6 kilometers, but it does travel at 550 meters a second. Now, the next missile that comes close to this are the TOW-3 missiles, which only have a 4.75, I believe, kilometer range, or 4.25, I think it is, which if we go ahead and take a look at right here for the French. Give me a second to go ahead and pull this out really quick. I was not ready for this at all. As you see right here with, say, the Tiger Half, the premium version, which it's not really common anymore. You can see right here it has 4.30, so I was very close. But it has 1,250 millimeters of chemical penetration, but it only travels at 250 meters a second. Everyone can see this missile coming, and you can probably even shoot it down for the most part. But now we have the Chrysanthemum missiles on this bad boy at the same distance of 6 kilometers as its ground predecessor, or I guess you know what I mean by that, okay? And to add on to it, you do get up to 8 Eagla air-to-air missiles, which aren't great. They're really not. But thankfully, Chrysanthemum, I don't think really is going to be as OP as the Ka-50, etc., because it doesn't get the proxy fuse as you would find with the Vickers missiles. But check this out. This is actually not a terrible loadout, although you only get up to 8, at least from what I can find, 8 Chrysanthemum missiles, which is very nice. I would probably use this one right here, if anything, which does have the rockets and the missiles itself. Plus, you do get the chin-mounted 300 or, like, certain 240-degree, I forget the sweep on this thing, chin-mounted gun, which basically allows you to be able to engage air targets because this gun is incredibly accurate. And, of course, it's going to have some pretty good ground belts. Yeah, 30 millimeter. You guys know the whole spiel. If you're familiar with the Mi-28, the Ka-50, 52, it has the same gun, same penetration values, really cool for the most part. Missile approach warning. Yeah, that's honestly really it. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy out just for a quick little test drive and see how it looks. This is my first time taking it out, so let's see it. And if you guys couldn't already tell, I did just wake up a little bit ago. I just came over to the dev server just to see what the hell is going on with the last minute stuff, and boom, I see the Mi-28 coming to my hangars. So it doesn't appear to have the oh wow, that's wow, okay. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't appear to have the radar sweep at all, which it's supposed to get. for the most part. Although, you know what? I hope it does. I'm pretty sure it just doesn't have it right now, but I'm pretty certain it does for the most part. But man, these chrysanthemum missiles, though, oof, they're fast. They're really fast. It's nice. And of course, Generation 3 thermal sights to be expected entirely. Yeah, these are fast. If you guys like the responsiveness of the chrysanthemum missiles, yeah, you're going to feel right at home with this. Give me some heavier. Oh, yeah, that's a heavy target right there. Let's go right for your turret face. Yeah, it's probably the M1 Abrams. It's not exactly where I wanted to hit it, but I guess that works too. Can we get an updated hangar or at least test zone for the helicopters with more modernized targets? That would be really nice. And of course, ERA is not going to stop this thing. It won't stop it anyway. But yeah, no, this is going to be super interesting. And the cool thing about this is maneuverability is way better than that of the, I guess the MI-35, etc. But no one really uses that anyway, so I don't think it really matters anyway. Yeah, ballistic computer, all that cool stuff. Cool. Let's go ahead and head back out to the hangar and just kind of give our final thoughts on it, shall we? So, of course, this helicopter is very modernized. It has more sensors. It has a radar sweep, so on and so forth. At least from what I've read and during my research, of course. Don't quote me on that quite yet, because we may or may not have it. But I'm pretty certain if we don't have it, this would be kind of useless. But anyways, point being, a lot of the new features you would find in this helicopter in the real world, of course, are not existent here. This is basically just a better Mi-28. That's it. There's nothing really super special about it. This puts it on par with the A64D, of course, and the AH Mark I the British have. But it still has all those weaknesses that you would find in regular helicopters. It's not going to be well armored. Yeah, they make it sound like, oh yeah, it's got, you know, a heavily armored cockpit. In War Thunder, it doesn't matter. Okay, if a missile comes at you, you're dead, pretty much. Okay, survivability of this thing isn't going to really exist. You lose the tail, helicopter goes in a spin, you die. End of story, right? But of course, this is going to be put in the certain area in War Thunder where if you use it correctly, you can be very devastating. But that is very true for most helicopters in the game. And yeah, that's honestly all I have for you. I will be doing a full overview of this vehicle once it releases onto the live server. I will have another video out tomorrow, as tomorrow there's a sponsored segment, a part of it. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, not saying what vehicle it is, but you'll see one tomorrow for certain. And yeah, let me know exactly what you guys think. Did Russia need a new helicopter, or did they not need one? I personally think they didn't need one. Okay, just saying this. Okay, cool. Awesome that we have it. Wasn't necessary, period. It's more of just an addition to kind of flesh out an already pretty overpowered tech tree, in my opinion. That's just me, okay? Feel free to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And as always, please try to remain as civil as you possibly can, because I know we did just win that whole wagers and backup thing, which they just canceled the entire update for it, which was incredibly nice. You guys are super awesome for doing that. Seriously, keep up the good stuff, guys. This was all you're doing, not us as creators. It was you. We just gave you the information. You guys put everything else to action. Keep that stuff up, okay? So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy everything. If you want to see my live gameplay, you guys know where to find me over on Twitch. Link is always down in the description below. If you have an interest in some decals, maybe my personal decal, and a 3% off code, you got it there as well. Cool, check it out. It supports the channel entirely. I will have a little lower third set up for it very soon once the payout comes in from, well, I guess wherever else I need to come in from. Anyways, so I hope you guys did enjoy everything, and I'll see you not only in the next video or even the streams, but in War Thunder itself. Until next time.